you our Vice President of Communication Workers, CWA District 2, Ron Collins.
Good afternoon, brothers and sisters, and thank you, Elaine. And I tell you, I wouldn't want to be in a fight like this with anyone else besides Elaine Harris at my side. The fact is that everyone that's here today, it already tells me that you know why we're here. You've already read the news, you've heard the facts, the arguments, the disagreements that we've had with Verizon and Frontier over this proposed transaction. Let me get right to the point. Deals like the Verizon sale to Frontier are bad deals based on hocus-pocus financing. The same type of deals took down our national economy. We will not allow this deal to bring down the state of West Virginia. Let me tell you a little bit about the deal. The cost of this deal is $8.6 billion. Frontier has yet to obtain financing on this deal. Wall Street wins and West Virginia loses. Frontier has no plan to improve the current network or to expand high speed in the state. Verizon has a bad track record. We've heard of the Carlyle Group that bought Hawaiian Telecom. They've declared bankruptcy. We've heard of the Fairpoint deal where they spun off the 3 states in New England, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. That company declared bankruptcy on October 26th. And the IDR Yellow Pages that they spun off, they've now declared bankruptcy as well. They claim they're going to cut the systems, the backroom systems, the day the transaction's approved, do a flash cut. They can't do it. It's going to be problems for the consumers. Frontier plans to cut $500 million in operating expenses. And to the CWA brothers and sisters in this room, I have a question for you. Will that be your job? How are they going to cut $500 million in operating expenses? That could be your job. Jobs will likely be lost. Service quality will suffer. West Virginia is better off with Verizon. So, let me ask you one question. Deal or no deal?
No deal.
Deal or no deal?
No deal.
Deal or no deal?
No deal.
This proposed transaction is bad. This deal is bad for the country. This deal is bad for West Virginia. This deal is bad for our communities. The deal is bad for the state economy. And the deal is bad for the workers. That's why we say no deal to a bad deal. No 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 deal. Thank you. CWA is not alone. You know, when we stepped up to the plate on May 13th, that's the day the transaction was announced, Elaine and I and Larry and several of us talked, and you know, we were out there alone when this first started. But I'm happy to say we're not alone today. There's several organizations that have joined CWA, and they too say no deal. Let me just mention a few of them, and let me apologize in advance if I leave anyone out. But we have 70 elected officials in this state that have sent letters to the Public Service Commission asking the Public Service Commission to reject the deal. 70 in this state. Thank you. We have the AARP who has joined our ranks and said reject the deal. We have West Virginia Association for Justice, again, reject the deal. West Virginia Alliance for Retired Americans, reject the deal. West Virginia State Troopers Association. West Virginia firefighters. Our great friends at the West Virginia State AFL-CIO. West Virginia Citizens Action Group. And two of the most important, the West Virginia Public Service Commission staff said this deal should be rejected. And the West Virginia Consumer Advocate Division said this deal should be rejected. I'd like to thank all of them for stepping up to the plate and helping us with this challenge that we face. I'd like to thank everyone in this room for your support. Thank you for everything that you do, and thank you for everything we will do. We must continue this fight. This fight is not over. When I chatted with the local leaders on one of the lobby days, we're in the driver's seat. The challenge is, how do we stay in the driver's seat? How do we stay vigilant so we stay in that driver's seat, right? And that's what we have to do. We have to stay in the driver's seat. We can't let our guard down because the hearings start on Tuesday of this week. There's going to be 3 days worth of hearings, probably a month before the briefs are due, and then reply briefs. We've got to stay on. You've got to continue calling your legislators, continue calling your county commissioners. We cannot let up. We've got to continue the fight. There's 2 days left before the hearings start, and we must tell the PSC, reject this deal, reject this deal, reject this deal, reject this deal, reject this deal. Thank you very much. I'd like to also just acknowledge a couple locals that have traveled long and far to get here. And again, it's true union, brother, sister, and brotherhood and sisterhood, and that's local 2222 from Northern Virginia. Local 2108 from Beltsville, Maryland. Local 2109 from Cumberland, Maryland. Local 2205 from Newport News, Virginia. And local 2201 from Richmond, Virginia. Thank you, appreciate you being here. We're in this fight together, and I don't believe this will be the last time we're in a fight where Verizon's trying to sell off local access lines. My next role here is to introduce our international president, Larry Cohen. It is with great pleasure and honor